Weight and mass are core refrigeration concepts that are often misunderstood to be different terms that describe the same properties. However, weight and mass are related, but not identical properties. Mass is the amount of matter in an object and is measured in pounds mass, ounces, grams, and kilograms. There is also a lesser known unit of mass called a slug. Mass is said to be conserved, which means that an object's mass is the same regardless of where the object is. In other words, an object's mass is the same whether it's on Earth or the Moon. Weight, however, is a measure of force and is equivalent to the mass of an object multiplied by the gravitational constant. In the United States, the common units for weight are pounds force. Weight is not conserved, which means that its value will change based on the gravitational constant used. Since refrigeration applications are employed on the Earth, the gravitational constant does not change substantially. We know this intuitively because our weight does not have a noticeable change when we are at sea level compared to the Rocky Mountains, even though the gravitational constant will be slightly less in the mountains. Mass and weight typically have the same numerical value. It is helpful, however, when writing the units to use the subscript F for pounds force and the subscript M for pounds mass. Earlier, it was mentioned that there is a unit of mass named the slug. Differentiating between pounds mass, slugs, and pounds force can confuse even experienced engineers.
All right. In the United States, the customary unit for force is the pound. Often we'll use the little subscript F to designate that we're talking about force, which I'm going to write underneath this. Because we also use the pound as a unit for mass, so it's good to use the subscript M to differentiate when we're talking about a unit of mass or a unit of force. But another unit of mass, a lesser known unit that's used also in the inch-pound system, which is used throughout the United States, is the mass unit called the slug. The slug is also a unit of mass. And you might wonder, how do these relate to each other? Well, Newton's second law says that force equals a mass times an acceleration. And the difference between these units of mass is what unit of acceleration is used. So 1 pound force is defined as 1 pound mass times 32.2 feet per second squared, which is the gravitational constant here on Earth. 1 pound force is also equal to 1 slug times 1 foot per second squared. So the difference between the slug and the pound mass is the gravitational constant, or the acceleration factor from Newton's second law.